Well, we'll start this YouTube video off with a frozen pond and a frozen pipe down there. This is not looking good. Looks like everybody throughout the US got some cold, including us. I shouldn't say record lows in our area, but they haven't seen cold like this for a while. So now we have some homestead problems, which we didn't even think about with this cold. And this is where the well is.
Well, the tank.
The tank. We have a, how many gallon tank underneath here?
1,400 gallon tank, and it's sunk down in there. You know, my line's up on top, and there's never been an issue because the spring's up there, and it's always been pushing a fair amount of water through there, so the water's moving pretty good. So we have water coming in and water going out. Never worried about the tank freezing. We've always had, you know, some snow then too, which is insulating. Well, what happens is we got no snow, and then we've got this really cold weather. It's like 7 degrees, and our line, you know, because it's not very much moving through it, it's trickling. Well, there's some little ups and downs in it, and when you don't have enough water, you know, flow through it, I'm sure it froze up in some of these areas here. Like, if you can see, it's lower there than it is right here.
Huh.
And so normally if you have some snow on the ground, or you have the water is just, it's the lowest I've seen it. It's just not pushing through there very good. And so worst scenario, say if the line is, say it stays frozen for the rest of the winter, we've got 1,400 gallons to get us through the winter, which I don't think will be a problem. But to ensure that that tank does not freeze, it's down there a few feet, but just for insurance, yeah, I'm throwing leaves over the top of the whole thing.
So we actually just came from the recycling center, and some guy had all these leaves bagged up. So in fact, some old guy was like, "That's kind of funny. I never seen anybody take stuff from the dump." Yeah. We take stuff from the dump all the time, but we actually filled up a couple bins too with some sawdust. I found a nice sawdust pile. So what do you think we're gonna, or what are we gonna do with the sawdust then?
Well, we'll put it down in another compost.
Yeah, okay.
For our waste management. But the cool thing is with this is, like, we've got all these leaves here. So next spring, yeah, right into the compost pile. I mean, we're always looking for stuff, and we don't have a lot of leaves around here. You can see it's all conifer trees. Yeah. But when it's all bagged for you and everything like this, I mean, what a treat.
That's a gift.
It's a gift. So we'll take it.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to finish putting those leaves on there to insulate it. But just kind of one of the dilemmas when you're living off-grid, that water source is really important. And I had done other videos. We have a pipe that's actually buried, but we didn't put a screed on it, and it got some rocks, I believe, in it, and it's clogged. So we just simply laid this water line on top, and last year we had a really mild winter, didn't have a problem. And we also had good water flow. And as my husband said, our water flow is really decreased. I don't know why, it just is. And then all of a sudden we've got this cold snap. And these are some pretty cold temps for our region. So, but luckily we've got that big tank. And we're going to sit down and figure out how long that's going to last. But if not, a lot of people haul water in this area. So if we have to haul water, I mean, it's what we have to do.
See, the other thing part of this planning was, say, bottom line is we have to haul water. Yeah. And it's sort of a pain, but I can get my truck back in here with some barrels on the back full of water. My lid's right there. If we can take the lid off, we can put the water right in. Yep. So I'll still either have the gravity feed, otherwise, you know, I've got my pressure tank hooked up. Okay. So the bottom line is we'll still have water going to the house. We'll just have to put it in the tank, but I don't foresee that. Or the other part I thought about was, say this line stays froze. Yeah. We're going to try a couple things. The sun is going to shine on it, so I'm thinking maybe it's because it's black, maybe it will unthaw. But we could also get another piece of piping, which always comes in handy for around here. Oh yeah. We could always run a secondary line. Yep, yep. And then hopefully if there's some snow on the ground and it's not as cold, it won't freeze. But
yeah, we're supposed to have warmer temps next week, so back to normal temps. And our nights don't really get cold around here. Our temps are usually, you know, during the day in the 30s and 28 at night. So it drops a couple degrees, but not lately. Not lately. It's been really nippy at night. So, but the sun's been out, so it's been good for the solar. All right, well, that's our homestead dilemma here with the water, and you just have to be creative when it comes to these things, and hopefully, you know, you live in a region where you have good resources, where you can go to a recycling center, or you've got neighbors and you have access to things like this. So always have a backup plan. Thanks for watching, guys.